Grace, Drew, and Lance, thank you so much. Thanks again for everybody coming out. I apologize, we're going to be running a little bit behind. I was going to make a butt joke, but forget it. Okay, so I'm Jenny McKinney. I appreciate you being here. I come from a place 9 hours from here called my mom. The population was 3, and I was the first one there. I was born July 4th, 1976. That makes me bi-centennial, right? I was 18 and a half inches when I came out. Short, fat, little nugget. Same. It's the same. It's okay. So I want you to go on this journey with me. This is going to be like through my life. So when I was growing up, I had, do you remember running out on recess? Remember when you go to recess and you just run, right? Like you had new shoes, maybe you had corduroy pants. Hopefully not, you'd catch on fire. That's a bad look. But remember the monkey bars, okay? Remember this welded structure, right? It's metal, it's hot, it's close to the sun. It's been baking out there all day, and they're like, hey, go out there and play on that. Okay, so I'm what you call husky at that time, right? I wasn't chubby, I was husky. So here comes Jenny running out to the monkey bars. I get up on the monkey bars, I get up on the top, right? This thing's like 8 feet tall. My new shoe slips. I slip off the monkey bars, but it's okay. It's hot, so when I landed, I think things got cauterized. I hit it, and then I go limp, right? Because like when you hit it, you go limp, and then I fell 8 feet, so that's why I didn't lose my life, because I was limp. I still use that today. If there's ever a time when Josh is going to pull out in front of traffic, he tells me to go limp because I think I'm going to die. So you should use that. You should go limp. Oh my gosh. And then, okay, so now I'm still at school. It's elementary, right? I have on a yellow t-shirt and pink sweatpants. Not that I remember this, but we're out on recess and it's gym class. Remember gym class? And this was not parachute time. We were out outside. Okay. So did anybody here do a banana split? Does anyone know what that is? I ate a lot of them. That's why I was husky. That's not what I'm talking about. No, banana split is when you go out on the swing set and the bigger person sits on the swing, okay, me, sits on the swing, put my feet on the other side, then the other person sits on my feet and does this, and then we swing. It makes no sense, and it's called banana split. Okay, so now I put my arm up because I'm waiting for, to get some momentum. The boys come over and start twisting the swings, and my arm's in it. And it starts looking like an exploded water balloon that's about to happen, right? Well, what do? I keep laughing. It's not funny, but I keep laughing. So he's like, oh, she thinks this is funny. I'm going to keep twisting her. I just keep twisting and twisting until I wet my pants. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's fine. So then, I have pink sweatpants on, remember? It's fine. It's fine. No one's even going to see this. Until we go back in and it's gym class. And he's like, okay, hey, everybody circle up. All right, cool. Did you ever pray to everything holy that the teacher does not call on you at a certain time? Yeah, same. Okay, so we're in a little half circle. I'm like, oh, don't let Mr. Hollis call on me, please. You know why? Because it's chin-up day. This is the only chin-up I do. Right? I don't even think if my pants were on fire, I could be doing a chin-up. I'll tell you that, right? Okay, no worries. So I turn around, right? He's like, hey, Jenny, come on up. I was like, oh, I knew it. So I get over there against the bar, and I put my arms up, right? And then my t-shirt lifts. Now everyone knows I have peed my pants in 5th grade, and it's fine. I'm emotionally stable at that time. So I handle it, right? So I turn around and I yell, shut up, my butt is sweaty. my sister's 5, we shared a room, and so to make room for more activities, we decided we're gonna move a bed out of our bedroom, okay? So that night, I find out she's a bedwetter. I should have checked into this, before I committed. Okay, too late. So I go to my mom, and Spindy says, no worries, I have this under control. So she goes to the Wisdom channel called QVC and orders 10 cassettes of subliminal bedwetting. Now it sounds like I'm in an elevator all night long, right? I don't know if I'm going up or down. But I didn't pee the bed, so I guess it worked. And then she is in kindergarten, right? So when she came home, she had lice. Gross. Well, guess what? Joke's on her, because I didn't get it. You know why? Because I had pee on me. I call that the power of the power of pee protects me. And then you know what I called that? Urine lock. Wow! No, that's good times. I made a shirt. We made a shirt to commemorate the event, a urine lock shirt. Who wants this? It's a medium. Yeah, get it. Right, anybody here have a dad? Oh, good. That's how we got here. That was a joke, right. So let me tell you about my dad, Ronnie Jones, okay? This guy growing up, he is a hot mess, not appropriate for children, okay? So we're driving on the road. I'm 4 years old. It's 1980. And I'm in the back seat with my dad and my uncle in the front. My uncle's smoking. He flicks his cigarette out the window. He thinks. And now it's in the back seat. And the back seat's smoking. And I'm not a smoker, right? Like, I don't know. And I'm not trying to make my dad mad. So I'm like, the seat's on fire back here. And he's like, oh my God. He's all disgusted. So we're driving like 70 miles an hour. No worries. He pulls over. By then the seat's in flames. He yanks the back seat out and just throws it on the side of the road. And it's burning up over there. And he's like, oh, I got this under control. This is fine. So he goes back to the trunk. He dumps his records out of his milk crate and puts a milk crate in the back seat for me to sit on with a bungee cord. He bungees me to the milk crate. What the heck? I mean, I made it, but... And then when we got to the park, like the milk crate indent, right? Like, looked like you got slapped by a waffle maker in the back of the leg. Like, Lego my ego. No, this sucks. This is terrible. Then when he's watching a movie, it's serious, right? You gotta shush your mouth over there. So Jeff Jones, that's my brother. He said it's with one F because it's the second one's silent. So it's just Jeff Jones. Whatever. So Jeff Jones and I are wrestling in the basement. Okay, Ronnie's about to watch a movie, and you need to be quiet. But we're punching each other. So he's like, hey, shush it over there. So we shush it, but we keep punching each other. And somehow when I body slam this kid, we land on the remote and hit the mute button. Okay? And he's like, he jumps up out of his chair and he's like, hello, hello. Finally we're like, yeah, what's up? He's like, oh my God, I thought I went deaf. Like, who is just watching a movie and goes deaf? That's for real. This is all real. This is all for real, yeah. So then, this guy's a mess. So then, so speaking of going deaf, he worked at GM, and when he was 18, he snagged a semi horn, okay, like a semi-truck horn. He took that from work. He put it on his car. Okay, my granny hummed 100% of the time. Okay, my granny hummed all the time. So she's outside mowing the lawn with that like little rusty lawnmower, right? You know what I'm talking about, this one? Yeah, you get it. So she's out there pulling the lawnmower back, humming. He crept up on the lawn and blew that semi-horn, and she just passed out. He jumped out, he's like, oh my God, I thought I killed you. That was rude. Then one time, later on, my sister was in a counseling session, and her counselor asked us to all come in. Not because of the bedwetting, that was separate. But, so we're in this counseling session with my sister and my dad, and they say, hey, tell us all these things that you've been on or what's been going on. So she starts listing stuff off. I don't even know what's happening that she's talking about. And he's like, oh my God, I thought you're just on doobies. I was like, you cannot be yelling that at the counseling session. And then he put those fly strips out in the garage, right? And those things are like so sticky, they're a hot mess. And P.S., have you ever seen a fly wear clothes? Fly strip? That's so stupid. It gives me every time. But he puts them out in the garage, right? And they're grabbing everything but the flies, like moths, my mom's wig, cats. I mean, can you imagine like, hey, where's Snickers? And then you gotta pull that off there? Is that considered waxing your kitty? Wow! Oh my God. Oh man, good stuff. So let me tell you about my grandma. Her name's Avis Davis. Probably not related to Drew over there. But yeah, so Avis, she would put salve on everything. Did your grandma put salve? Did you use salve? Oh my gosh. So she would put it on everything, like, hey, you got chapped lips, put salve on it. Oh, Jeff Jones fell out of the tree and broke his arm, put salve on it. I was like, Graham, that's not how that works. Like, probably need a hospital for that. And then she had a change purse that was such a hot mess. Like, she had change in there, half a stick of gum, pills that she wrote letters and numbers on. I think I'm taking an A for aspirin, but I got ink poisoning at the same time because she wrote on it. I mean, I asked for a half a stick of gum. It's clearing out my acne because they had all the pill residue on it. I don't know what's happening. It was a... Then her cigarettes always had lipstick on them, like they're always going out. I was like, where have they been to at a party? So one night I spend the night with her, and I get up, I forgot to brush my teeth. Gross. So I go in the bathroom, I start brushing my teeth, my whole mouth starts going numb. I had grabbed the Ben Gay. No, it's still numb. Oh, gross. So we're trying to win Parent of the Year awards over here, right? Like we talk about our parents, like all the crazy things that happen. So I just had a baby. Yeah, pretty good times, right? She's 27 years old, still trying to lose the baby weight. I'm gonna use that forever. Yeah. So it took me 4 days to have her. I mean, she should have been hard-boiled by that time. She's 22 and a half inches long. They're like, it's a girl. Oh, okay. Shoot, that was too much. So Josh and I are in birthing class, and he's 20, and I'm 20, he's 22. And we get in there, I don't know what we're doing, and they're like, oh, hello? Oh, anybody need some ice? No, it's refilled. So I don't know what's happening in this birthing class. So we're on the floor. She tells us, lean back into your partner. Okay. So I lean back. She got a serious lisp. Okay, and she's been spitting all over us all night, right? So she ends up telling us, she's like, Tell your partner you want to whisper sweet nothings in his ear. And I was like, oh, I hope he doesn't do that. So I lean back and he's like, sweet nothings. And he spits all over my face. Now I've like drooled on my face. I mean, spit in my ear. It's like talking to her, she's talking, it's like being at a Gallagher show. I mean, the younger people aren't gonna know that reference, it's fine, look it up. And I feel like I need a hazmat suit and I'm just in a birthing class, you know what I mean? Like, this is a mess. So then we have her, she's, so then, here comes Peanut, okay? Her name's Madeline, we call her Peanut. She's 18 months old. I give her a little cup of Cheerios, and I said, here, hold these with both hands, right? Because she was a chubby little nugget. Hold it with both hands. She looked right at me and poured them out. I just grabbed the back of her neck and swept that leg and just shoved her face in it. We'd only had dogs to that point. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know. So fast forward, and then she gets to school, right? Oh, cancel. I'm jumping ahead. Back up. We're going to the pharmacy. She had teething issues, like later. So, well, for however long they have teething issues. So my grams, right? My grandma told me, hey, when kids have a toothache, they need honey, whiskey, and lemon. Well, I forgot how much. So I called the pharmacy. I called like CVS Pharmacy or something. They were probably Harbor Drugs back then. And I'm like, hey, how much honey, whiskey, and lemon do I put together for my kid's toothache? And he's like, hello? Like, I cannot condone giving alcohol to your child. I was like, oh crap, click. Like, I'm probably on the watch list now. Oh, dang it. Like, too bad that wasn't before, caller ID. Shoot. So then we get later in, so Peanut gets into, first, second grade, and I think she was about 7, and she told a lie. I was like, well, that took long enough, but, so she tells this lie, and I say to her, Peanut, why did you do that? What were you thinking? And she looked me right in my soul and said, well, when I was born, the cord was around my neck and my ankles, and I had a lack of oxygen. So it just made you lie when you're 7? I couldn't even be mad because I was like, oh, wow, yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. And then we had this real nasty grocery store by our house, and we would call it the crack house just because it was gross and you never wanted to buy anything there. It was terrible. It had dust on everything, one of those stores. You're like, how can you even grill meat with dust on it? That's disgusting. Gross. So we get into school, not even thinking about it, and Madeline runs up to the teacher and she's like, oh, sorry, Mrs. Knight, we had to stop at the crack house and get some juice. And I was just like, oh, okay, we'll see you later, gotta go. And then we had met Jeff Daniels at a book signing one time, and she had asked him if he brought the Dumb and Dumber truck, like the dog truck when we met him. He was not impressed with that question. He was disgusted. And so later on her little All About Me sheet in 4th grade, she wrote her favorite actor is Jack Daniels. She was like, what is happening? And then in 5th grade, she just flew off the swings in 5th grade at a new school, face first down in the wood chips, come up looking like Hellraiser. I mean, she was just a hot mess. It's fine. She's fine now, I think. I hope. So, some funny life observations I want to share with you. Anybody else stop at an open house because you crave a cookie? I mean, that's what well, now you know. Get to the open house if you're like, I want a free cookie. Let's find an open house. They usually have chocolate chip, I'm just saying. It's for sale. Yeah. And then, okay, so you know when you're talking to somebody and then you want to mimic kind of how they're talking, right? So if they keep yesing a lot, or you're like, okay, or they're doing something. So I'm at a family function, and my uncle comes up to me, and he's like, and I was like, it's fine, my uncle's deaf, he knew he was just reading my mouth, but I just wanted to respect him and talk to him how he was talking to me. My family's like, you're an a-hole. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm going right to hell, so I'll just stand here and wait for the trap door to open, right? Bye! Oh my gosh. So, has anybody here ever worked with or been around like those 80s ladies? You know those ones with like super dry hair, and when they go smoke, like you're scared for their life? Like they're gonna go out there and spontaneously combust, or come back looking like that scary baby doll head that only has like 3 pieces of hair hanging out. Or even worse yet, hang on. Look like Fire Marshal Bill King. And he's like, I know, you know those ladies, right? So Josh and I go to a restaurant one time, and the waitress comes up. She's like, hey, what's a bucket pie? I was like, not if it's smoked. Whoa, lady. That was too much. I was practicing that before I got here, and I was like choking out all over. I was like, don't forget your water. Bring your water. Oh man. So then, oh yeah, what happened after the 80s ladies? Oh yeah, yep. Okay, so anybody here like to work out? Right. Yeah, okay, a few of you. 4, great, good job. It's just for the health of it, right? I know, I love that. So, I'm at a hip hop workout with somebody here in this room. Her name rhymes with Gabrielle. And I wore a new bra that zipped in the front. I don't know who thought that was a good idea, right? Because during a jumping jack, those things blew out of there like 2 blown out airbags in a car accident. Not only that, I put rocks in my bra, and they shot out at Mach 5, and I almost killed Lurleen in front of me. She was trying to get healthy, and I almost killed her because I put a rock in my bra. And that's why you all have rocks on your tables, because I like booby rocks. I call them booby rocks. Those were not in my bra. They are not used. They are all fresh, clean for you. Yes. And they're supposed to repel negativity. So if people stop coming around you, that's why. Okay? You're welcome. Yeah. And you can put them in your bra, too. Yeah. Call them booby rocks. It's fine. Everybody loves it. It's good stuff. But our bra size is kind of silly, right? Like you think, like our chest is like one smaller than the other, you know what I'm saying? And you think bra manufacturers would catch on to this by now. Like they would make like an AB bra. You could call it honor roll bra. Oh man, that's just so great. Oh, give me every time. Anyone here like to go to the dentist? Fail, right? Cancel. When I leave the dentist, my butt hurts. Like I just, like, because you can't clench your jaw, right? So you're like, my whole feeling keeps moving down, you know, and they're like digging stuff back from when I was like 10, you know, out of your mouth. It's too much. And then they're pushing on my chest. I mean, you know I got rocks in there. I leave, my chest is bruised, my butt hurts. Like, this is a mess. Like, oh yeah, and they put that bib on you? Like, what does a bib mean? It's time to eat. So you like start foaming at the mouth? Gross, so let's recap. I'm foaming at the mouth, my chest is bruised, my butt hurts. I mean, and all this is for to prevent gingivitis, right? I don't even know who Ginger is, and why does she want to fight us? It's rude. How many here like breathing? It's kind of, yeah, all right, yeah, I know, it's a requirement. Yeah. Anyone here with the CPAP? You got a breathing machine. All right. Good for that guy, my husband, because if he has a runny nose, it's a CPAP smear. He's like, I'm out. I'm out. Yeah, that was not. Oh my gosh. Living here in Tennessee has been super funny. When we first moved here, so we moved from Michigan 8 years ago, and this girl came running into where I was working, and she's like, hey, can you jump me off in the parking lot? And I was like, oh, I don't know what this is giving off that I'm into that. I was like, I'm married. She's like, no, my car. I was like, to a man. But she was mad. She was very mad. That did not work out too good. And the rainbows here have been amazing. The first one I saw was in the mirror because it was my wig, so that was pretty cool. But the rainbows, you remember learning the rainbow, like Roy G. Biv? Yeah. What's that guy doing since Belle Biv DeVoe? I hope he's okay since that poison. That was stupid. I know. We drove by a place in Bristol called the Air Force Academy. I couldn't even stop cracking up. Like, do they have to just stand there and address their instructor like? You're gonna see it when you drive by. Be like, oh yeah. I remember that. Then we saw a single wide with an RV in the parking lot in the same driveway. I was like, how does that work? Like when you get mad at somebody, you're like, you go to the outside living room. Is that, I mean, I don't know. That was pretty cool. Oh man. Okay, so depression's a real thing, right? I mean, I'm just sharing that just in case, it's terrible. So, but you know what is super terrible and depressing? A hot OBGYN. Yes, that's very terrible. So what I've found is when I go to the doctor, the girl doctor, cancel this for the boys, I found that when they, take the clamp out of that freezer drawer and help you, I found that when I laugh and I'm on the table, that clamp shoots out. It shoots right out of there. And then it busts Mr. Hot OBGYN right in the mouth. Now he's hot with missing teeth. Yeah, I know. And you know what's even worse? When you get in there, they give you like this little pack, right? They're like, here's your gown. And you're like, why do I need salt and pepper? I don't even know what's happening, right? Because you're trying to like get on the table and you're like, okay, this is right? Like, oh my God, I don't even know what's happening. Like, this is it? The whole thing? This is the whole thing? This is it? Oh, scoot down. Yeah, I get it, whatever. So I was telling my friend about this, okay? She's like, girl, listen to what happened to me. She said, I was running late for my appointment. I run home, clean my pits and my biscuit. And she runs off to the doctor, okay? She said, I get there, and the doctor's like, oh wow, you really spiced it up for me. And she didn't know what that meant until she got home and realized the kids had done crafts and it had glitter on the washcloth. She glittered her biscuit. So thanks everybody. I hope your biscuit doesn't get glittered, but I hope you get home safe, and thanks for being here. right, let's fight this mic stand one last time. Okay, so we have a few more drawings.